Very difficult conditions for the DD2 qualifying session, but that guy who goes fast in the dry also goes fast in the wet. It's Seamus Universis. Conditions really difficult?
No, for me it's rain, it's perfect. When I was young I like rain. A lot of trainings we do, and when I go for rain I enjoy. I like it.
Well, that's a candid thing to say. Would you say that you would like it to be raining for the heats tomorrow, raining for the finals on Sunday? Do you like the rain that much?
Yes, I like very much rain, and I think that tomorrow and Sunday will be rain, but I don't know, we saw.
Well, I'm now going to turn the things round on you, and if I say the weather forecast, especially for Sunday, is dry and sunny, will you just be as confident if it's dry?
Yeah, I think I can go very fast when it's wet and dry. Also I can go fast, but not enough speed we have. But we need to do what we can.
Well, one of the things that I've said in commentary is this is a very strong class, many good drivers. Who do you see as the strongest opponents for you?
I know, in this year we have a lot of opponents. I think about 10 opponents very fast. It's a Zenderuv, Guillaume, also Ludi or Pierce, Jensen, the champion European, also very fast. Everybody going faster and faster.
And I'll tell you one last thing, they're all wanting to beat you.
Yes, I really want to win one more time. I think that I can.
Okay, Seamus, you have done very, very well in this competition since you come. I'm going to say good luck to you over the weekend, but I'll say good luck to everybody.
Okay, no stress.
Slightly unsatisfactory junior qualifying session, with one of the sessions in the dryish conditions, one very wet. Alexis Araujo was in the drier conditions. That was a very, very good time. Were you pleased with that in the circumstances?
Yes, it was very good. It was very nice to be first, and it was very hard the track out there. It was very slippy, and the first few laps were the dry laps, so we had to push very hard to get the tires warm. So we were lucky as well that we did a good lap when we had to, but I also pushed a lot to get that time good.
Well, you say you were lucky for those reasons. Let me say something different. When I looked at the groupings, Group 1 seemed so very strong. Yeah. Did you look at it and think, well, hey, all the top guys are here?
Yes, it was, when in briefing we got the groups, it was impressive that Group 1 was so fast, and in training it was so good, and we thought that it was going to be very hard if it was one wet and one dry to be up there. But in the end we did it, and we're very, very happy.
Just tell me one thing. Are you going to make a strong bid for this championship this year? I ask you that because you've not been doing a lot of racing domestically back home in Spain, have you?
No, it's hard. The money's not there, so we need a bit more sponsors. And like at home, there's not many racing, so we come here to do the Euro Challenge, and we have to try to win it because it's one of the only ones that we can do this year.
Well, you've certainly made a massive impact. We're pleased to have you racing with us. Hope you enjoy it. Good luck, Alexis.
Thanks. I will thank to all my team, my mechanics, my team like Pro Train Racing, Gillard on my kart, and Ogden Engines. So thank everybody, and thank my family as well and sponsors. Thank you.
Very sporting of you, Alexis. Well done.
Thanks.
That's the helmet. Do you know who is the driver who has raced the most Rotax Euro Challenge laps? It's Christoph Adams. Regularly doubles up in Masters and DD2, and again he's put himself on pole position in Masters. And you know, Chris, we know how good you are, we know how successful, but it seems to me that a lot of the drivers in Masters who were way down the grid a year ago are getting better and better and better. The Russians particularly. I know Mikoline is there, but do you think that the competition is stronger?
Yes, I think so. We are less people, but the quality is better.
Do you feel that you are as dominant as you always were, or do you feel they are getting closer to you?
I'm still leading, but they are closer than to me.
Tell me how this track suits your style. Is it a circuit where you feel you drive well?
In the Masters, I think I have a bit problem in the small corner. But in DD2, I'm very fast. I can be very fast.
Well, you mentioned DD2, and I've mentioned that you race in 2 classes regularly. How does that differ? Do you find you have to adjust your style, make a big change? Is it a big difference or a little difference?
No, it's a big difference. But here I took an advantage in Master because I discovered the track on the wet, and then I go on the Master, and it would be easier for me.
Okay, a tiny little advantage, but they're definitely chapping at your heels, waiting to pass you.
Yeah, I took the pole position with half-second advance. That's a big advantage. I'm very happy.
Well said, Chris. Good luck in the racing.
Thank you, and I wish a happy birthday to my big doctor.
Okay, a name?
It's 15, Claire.
Claire. Well done. Happy birthday. Well, in the senior competition, when the drivers came out this afternoon, not too bad. Fairly dry, little bit of mist in the air. The rain came later. Ed Brand immediately put the marker down, quickest in both of the 2 sessions. First of all, the weather, Ed, what was it like in your session?
Well, obviously it rained before we went out, and it stopped raining. We thought, brilliant, we're not going to get any wet weather. No, then so we all sat there for a bit, and within sort of 3-4 minutes, the rain started to come down again, and everyone had to go out the pits. So it wasn't too bad during the session, because obviously it was just spitting, but it wasn't as grippy as it had been for the rest of the week.
Well, that's a very comprehensive answer. The only other thing I was going to say to you was, did you have to change your driving style, change your strategy in any way, or was the spitting rain not sufficient to make any real change?
Obviously, when we got cold tyres, we had to adjust it slightly to get the grip up to the tyres up to temperature. But then we got up to temperature, it was just keep going and hope that the rain didn't come down even more.
I can understand the psyche in racing, even though I've never been a kart racer, but in qualifying, what are you looking for? You're looking presumably for the clean run, the non-interference. Is that something that's regularly sort of going through your mind, or do you just go for it? How does it work?
Yeah, obviously, I do a lap slow to get the temperatures up, tyres up to temperature, and then I have to look to see if there's a gap. And with the straight here at Wackersdorf, it's a long straight, so to try and get a tow is quite hard, because no one wants obviously to tow you up the straight. So I've been going on my own, and just hopefully no one gets in my way when I get going.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because I did watch some of your quick laps, and I'm thinking precisely that. There's no help coming from here. You're doing that yourself. Is that like a all your eggs in one basket situation, or is it a controlled strategy that you know is going to deliver?
Yeah, I like obviously doing my times on my own, because I know obviously when I'm racing I know I can do the times of it. If I needed the extra time, then I could obviously try and get a tow, but I like to do it on my own so no one gets in my way, and that, so it's a personal opinion.
Fair enough, and it's suiting you. It's not the first time you've put it on pole. A massively deep competition, strength in depth, I mean. Tremendous drivers. You could name perhaps a dozen people who could well win races, win the competition outright. I guess you can take from the qualifying that you're the fastest. Do you feel that definitely gives you a psychological advantage that you can take to the races?
I mean, it helps obviously being pole, because you've got no one in front of you at the starts, but the tricky weather has put a couple of people further back. But I like to think we've been fast throughout practices, so I like to think we have got an edge on the competition. So we'll wait and see tomorrow.
One last thing, it's the unkind thing to say to you really. If you win, you're going to be happy. Is anything less than a win okay? It's a championship over 4 rounds. What would be satisfactory to you as a sort of minimum?
Obviously, I want to be in the top 5 really, because it's good championship points. But the pace we've been showing here, we're looking for a podium. But obviously, if championship points is the main thing, we're only at round 2, so see what happens.
You're a very mature driver, Ed. Only your 3rd season in seniors, is it? Or second?
Second.
Second season. Well, good luck to you, mate.
Thank you. Cheers.